Stay a while and listen.
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as the next in the HOMM series begins. It is probably the most divisive, I guess would be the word, of the HOMM series thus far. And I kind of fell into the trap of when I originally tried this. I was super excited, really stoked coming off the heels of HOMM 3. And, ooh, there's some stark contrast here between HOMM 3 and HOMM 4. So, I'm not going to talk this up a million, billion, trillion times over. This is Heroes of Might and Magic 4, the complete version of the game. We're going to play through the original Heroes 4 campaigns, and then we'll see where we go from there. I've played around with this a little bit on a live stream, and I have a rough idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to stumble around and fumble a little bit here and there because this one's a little bit of an outlier. It's going to be a bit rough. Anyhow, this did release in 2002. It was the last one by New World Computing and 3DO, and those are the publisher and the developer and all that stuff. So, without any further babbling, we're going to go in, we're going to start a new campaign up, and we're going to go with the Heroes 4 campaign. And it looks like we have up to 6 that we can choose from. Now, I did start playing around a little bit with this on the live stream. This is the one that I played through a little bit of, and I'm honestly going to start there just because I want the rest of it to all be blind. So I'm going to get the stuff that I've already played around with a little bit done and out of the way. So that's where we're going to start, and hopefully it's going to be good. It's called The True Blade.
I have been the loyal squire of Lord Lysander for more than 12 years. My name is not important because history takes no notice of people like me. Lysander, however, is different. I have known since I first set eyes on him that he would change the world.
Well, there you go. Alright, so our details are victory conditions: defeat the Normic and Kaleen heroes. If we lose Lysander, bad juju. Map difficulty is a novice game, which is good because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I can change the difficulty. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it on the default setting, whatever that is. Right here, it looks like it says intermediate game. So let's see, novice game, and then advanced, expert, and champion. So we're going to go with the default. If I start feeling super confident that I'm going to crush the world, I may up the difficulty. We'll see. Alright, carry over, Lysander, 2 of your most powerful heroes, and all of their spells, skills, experience will transfer to the next map. All of your heroes have a maximum level of 18. The scenario, wow, there's actually a lot of information here. Alright, so the overall campaign here that we're looking at. Lord Lysander gathered the remnants of the kingdom of Arathia and formed the new kingdom of Paledra. But his greatest threat comes in the form of a knight who claims he is the last surviving member of the Griffinheart line. Alright. Lysander knows in his heart that this man is lying, so he embarks on a quest accompanied by some new friends to uncover the truth of this usurper, or usurper? Usurper's ancestry. Sure, I can sometimes maybe sort of read. Alright, and then the scenario. Paledra is in turmoil after a knight named Sir Wharton, claiming to be the Griffinheart heir and rightful ruler of the kingdom, publicly draws the Griffinheart blade from the scabbard, something only a Griffinheart can do. Lord Lysander remains in control of Paledra. The rebellious knight is gaining popularity. Some of the nobles have already pledged their allegiance to Sir Wharton, and have seized control of 4 of Paledra's gold mines to fund his army. Alright, so that's kind of where we're at. That's what's going on. Let's hop in and see the genocide of colors that's about to befall our eyes. It's a bit harsh to look at. Some of the sounds are a bit rough, but it's still HOMM at its heart, at its core. And, you know, a lot of people super hate on Ubisoft for reviving the franchise. They say they can do no right. Only the original creators could do whatever, blah, blah. You've heard all the arguments, all those stories. I honestly, truly believe that it is a vocal minority because as much love as HOMM 3 gets, HOMM 7 is still my most viewed series. HOMM 6 is up there, and so is HOMM 5. So, maybe it is just the vocal minority, but it's okay. It's all HOMM, guys and gals. You can like whichever ones you want, whichever ones are your favorites. Let them be your favorites. Just don't hate on everything all of the time. Less hate, guys and gals. But, I said all that to make a point. All that being said, Ubisoft coming in and doing what they do, and New World Computing, 3DO, doing what they did for the first three, this is the breaking point, guys and gals. This is where 3DO and New World Computing kind of fell apart. It all failed on this game. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's not why the company failed, but they were bold. They took this in a direction that a lot of people didn't agree with, and a lot of people didn't like it. Honestly, when you first start playing it, it's really different. But again, it was a bold step. It was a step toward the future, embracing the technology that was around at that time. And just like all the other HOMMs, it needs to be played, it needs to be shown, it needs to be experienced. So, I said, I'm not going to try to be too preachy in this or talk it up too much, but these are my thoughts moving into the series. I'm just one person. You guys make your own opinion, of course, but that's how I feel. So, let's see what the game has to offer here. Now, we get to read 1,000 billion words here. It's going to be good. No. We're not going to sing the words. I have been the loyal squire of Lord Lysander for more than 12 years. My name is not important because history takes no notice of people such as myself. This is kind of the start of the thing before. It's fine. Lysander, however, is different. I have known since the very first time I set my eyes on him that he would change the world. When we first met, Lysander had been a teen with web-thin whiskers on his chin. I learned later on that he had only been 16 when Queen Catherine knighted him. Wow, that's okay. Everyone thought that he was older because of his size. Even then, he had been strong-willed and single-minded with an idealistic drive to make the world a better place. Perhaps if I were a proper historian, I would begin my story at the beginning. I would write of the attack on Lysander's family that separated him from his siblings, killed his parents, and forever fueled his hatred of the evil necromancers who performed the deed. I would tell of his quick rise in the Arathian ranks, and how he became one of Queen Catherine's favorite knights. Perhaps I would even tell you how he led thousands of refugees through the portals to this new world before the Reckoning claimed the old one. But I will not, even though he just sort of did. That is kind of the story up to this point, by the way, guys and gals. If you're wondering what happened after 3 and all of its expansions and everything else, that was it. There was portals that opened, the world was going to be destroyed. When the Blade of Frost and Armageddon's blade collided, clashed, it basically destroyed the world. So, portals were opened up, and they jumped into this new world. And that's kind of the story up to this point. I will tell you of the events that took place 4 years after the Reckoning, which is the sword collision and the portal jumping. Lysander was hard at work making his dream of a utopian kingdom where no one goes hungry and everyone feels safe a reality. He didn't notice the atmosphere of dissatisfaction brewing on Peladra. And I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but we're going to go with it. Too many of the nobles were displeased with Lysander's insistence that we leave the old world and its memories behind and start over. The nobles who clung to the old ways liked their position in society. It was probably foolish for Lysander to expect them to just forget. But then, when Lysander sets a goal for himself, nothing can sway him from his course, not even logic. Whatever the reason, does this scroll at all? I don't think it does. Just want to make sure. I'll make sure I don't miss anything. Whatever the reason for the rebellion, it was the perfect climate for Sir Wharton to appear. Wharton stepped before Peladra's court and claimed that he was the illegitimate child of King Griffinheart, and thus the rightful heir of Peladra as well. He used Lord Lysander's own argument against him. All these years, Lysander refused to call himself King of Peladra because he insisted that no royal blood flowed through his veins. He didn't deserve to be called king. Sir Wharton's most convincing proof of his identity was the Griffinheart blade. Believed missing or destroyed during the Reckoning, Sir Wharton presented the magical weapon to the court. To everyone's surprise, Wharton drew it from its jeweled scabbard. It is well known that the enchantment forged into the glorious weapon allows only one of Griffinheart blood to draw it. Retaining control of Peladra became difficult for my master after that. It took all of Lysander's considerable leadership skills to hold on to his position when half of the country called for him to step down from the throne. In the end, Sir Wharton and his supporters swore they would take the throne by force if they had to. War was imminent. Alright, so here's our first real look at the game, guys and gals. It's something different. It's definitely different. So, at this time, around the 2000 mark, around 2000, 2002, games just started to really move into the 3D realm. And honestly, early days of 3D were not spectacular. They were not great. And it was just a rough time because a lot of games just immediately jumped in and embraced that. And I feel like had this waited a little bit more for 3D to really kick in to full swing, I feel like it would have benefited a lot more. But again, bold choices, moving the franchise in the forward direction, you know, trying to keep up with technology and the times. It was not, I don't think it was a bad choice, but that's just my thoughts here. Alright, so there's a million things going on here. It's going to take me a while to even refamiliarize myself with what I already have learned. This whole thing feels bigger. Maybe it's not. It just feels much more massive than it did before. I can't even remember, like, just immediately looking at this. I thought we had stuff on the left? And I don't know. Anyway, there's a ton of stuff going on here. Move army button. Cast spell. What is this? Just view underground. Oh, okay. And then this is marketplace. Oh, that's a marketplace button? Oh, cool. Did not know what that was. And then over here, we have the kingdom overview. Alright, so what do we have right now? We got Lysander chilling up here at the top left of the map. We have Merlanda chilling down here. Okay, and then we have... Whoa. What is his name? Archimemnum. Let's call him Archie. We got Archie over here doing what Archie do. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be a real slow start because, like I said, I have a little bit of familiarity with this, but not a whole lot of it, and it's going to take me a little bit just to refamiliarize myself with what I already, like I said, what I already know. All right, so we're going to go to the town. Here's the town. Like, the graphics look good for what they are. Like, there's no doubt about that. It doesn't look that bad. Now, the color palette, especially with this group of people, is just hideous. I do not like this color scheme at all. It's too bright. It's too it's too loud, I guess. All right, so what is this? All right, this is where we can actually hire the various different people that we have available to us. This must be where we can build additional buildings. I think this is done. Is it done? Okay, these are buildings that were built already. These are buildings that can't be built because of reasons. Order of Paladins, Guardhouse, or Ballista Works. Building the barracks prevents the construction of the monastery, okay? And then these colored ones are ones that we can build right now, and I think we have the resources to do so, and all the unlocks available to do so. And of course, the absolutely grayed out one over here with the X, the grayed out X one, is not possible or capable of being built here. Alright, so as you see over here, we already actually have a little bit of a garrison, I think. Or is this... Can we purchase these? Is that what that is? I don't know. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure it out. Anyway, we're in a building. Oh yeah, we get to hear weird opera sounds too. Builds a keep and level 3 city walls. Generates pikemen. Generates ballistae. Teaches nature magic spells. Depending on the level of the mage guild, it teaches 2 spells each for level 1, 2, 3, and 1 spell for 4 and 5. Okay. Ah, the caravan system. Yes, sends heroes and creatures to remote locations. Travel time is computed using a high 30 movement rate. Nice. That's cool. Sorry, like I said, there's still a bit for me to learn. Alright, so do I want... I think I want pikemen. Or maybe I want the... Alright, hold on, let's see here. Maybe I want the Order of the Paladins. Let's go with the pikemen first. We're here, we have people. We're to build that up. It looks like I can just hire people directly from here. Alright, so let's go here first. That sound sounds like the Thundercats sound when the Sword of Omens is giving them a warning. Da-da-da-da! It's great. I love it. I actually originally placed that, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's from Thundercats. And then, sure enough, I was absolutely correct. I actually looked it up, and yes, I was right. Alright, so we did that. We're going to go ahead and throw some crossbowmen here, and we're going to throw some pikemen into the mix. Now, if I recall correctly, some folks did decide they were going to be kind enough to give me a hand here and figuring out how this all works out. So, front, back, so alternating as far as this goes. So, yeah, something like that. So this will be front, back, is that right? Or is this front, back? I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll play around until we figure out which one's which. But we have a fair amount of troops. We can take a look at the troops if you really want to. Oh, it gives you a little bit more of a description here. Squires use flails that have a chance of stunning an opponent for 1 turn. The chance of stunning depends on the damage done and the health of the target. The crossbowman's powerful weapon does full damage at any range, which is nice. No range penalty there. And pikemen are masters of the pike, which give their attacks a greater reach than most of their opponents. They are also immune to the first strike ability. So one thing that they did decide to do in this game that I absolutely hate passionately, and I will tell you guys straight up front, I do not like simultaneous damaging. If I attack somebody and they retaliate, it should be I attack them, then they retaliate. That's how it should work. I don't care what the game is, that's how it should always work. If I have 100 peasants and you have 100 peasants and I hit you first, I should do 100 peasants worth of damage to you, and then say that takes out 50 of you guys. And then you're going to be only doing 50 peasants worth of damage back to me. That's how it should work. That's how HOMM works in every other iteration. This is the one major mistake I feel like they've made. There's probably a bunch, but that's one thing I do not like. I've never liked in any game it's ever had it in. And that's something that is just, ugh. It makes me a little bit nauseous. Anyway, we're going to go up here, we're going to get some wood and stuff, and we're going to hopefully be cool. So, like, even the graphics here looks pretty decent. By the way, folks, I have the thing stretched to fit the screen, which I think is exactly what they did from GOG.com. I'm playing this as the GOG version of the game. So, what I see and what you see should be the same, but keep in mind the aspect ratio was actually different back in the day. So this might look a little bit different than you remember if you were playing it, you know, in the normal ratios from back in day. I'm going to go ahead and gather up the wood here. And then the abandoned sawmill. This abandoned sawmill is guarded by dozens of skeletons and several ghosts. Do you wish to fight them to gain control of it? Yes, I do. Get ready to be shocked, guys and gals. Alright, welcome to the battle map. Alright, so front, back, front, back. Okay, so I had it backwards. Alright, I got it. I understand. Okay, so this is horrifying. So, obviously, the first few things you'll notice, everybody has their own specific size, and they take up a certain amount of these little, like, checker box things. So it's a little bit easier to see larger creatures. The hex grid is gone. Again, I'm not sure that was the right call. There's a lot of little things here. But it's okay. So first up, it looks like it's our boy, Lysander. He gets to move first. We're going to make his primary attack a ranged attack. And I don't think I can move and shoot. So we're just going to shoot. And I'm going to shoot at this guy. Now he is kind of blocked by stuff here. So if I shoot at this guy, I'm only going to do half damage. But this guy's free and this guy's free. We do need full line of sight to actually shoot at stuff. There's a lot more debris and stuff on the battle map. Like I said, bold steps, guys. There we go. We only did 6 damage, and whoa, those ghosts can move. Holy crap. Alright, I think I might be able to hit them here with our peasants. We're going to do 45 to 68 damage. That, if we hit the ghosts, which I don't know if they have any kind of evasive maneuvers, that should kill them. But notice there that, that we hit and they hit at exactly the same time. Again, I'm going to reiterate, that is the worst possible scenario. You don't want that. Now, the reason he didn't retaliate there was because of the extra range from our pikemen. I do have the combat animations sped up a little bit. They're really slow otherwise, so bear that in mind. We're going for the kill on the ghosts. We took the ghosts down. I think we're going to probably just wait here. And the skelly boys are coming on over. I think I'll wait with you, get some shots in with you, some shots in with you, and then we're going to hope that our boys can come in and do some work. Alright, so we did 11 there. And decent amount there. We get to go again with our boys. And okay. So not too bad. We lost some peasantry. But overall, victorious. So we got 5 casualties there. We took down all, 38 of their guys. We vanquished our foes, which is nice. You defeated the several ghosts and the dozens of skeletons, and now the abandoned sawmill will provide you 2 wood per day. Cool. Did it show how much experience we got for that? I didn't notice that anywhere, and I'm sorry if I missed it. So, the people who are massive diehard fans of HOMM 4, and I know you guys do exist, if there are things I have questions about, I'll just throw them out there as we go. And if you wouldn't mind enlightening me, I would appreciate that, because, again, this is very different than any of the other HOMMs. Like, this is the most different HOMM out of all of them. I don't know if I want to go over there first. Probably. You know what? I think I do. I think I'm going to go over this way. We're going to gather up this stuff here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get some more things going on in the town. And it's going to be okay. Now, I don't have a tremendous amount of knowledge of how strong enemy units are at this point. So bear in mind, I will probably make a tremendous amount of mistakes. I learned that messing with the satyrs, not a good idea. They are actually quite strong. And it will probably end with me being dead. So I'll either be afraid to fight everything, which is very possible, or more likely, I will accidentally fight stuff I shouldn't fight and get myself killed. So one of those two things is probably going to happen a bit more. We're going to go for a little bit more gold guarantee here. You know what? I think we can wait. We'll get our guardhouse. And then we'll get the city hall on the next one. Alright. Is there a recruit all button somewhere? What does this do? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Alright. Let's do it this way. We'll get to hear the Sword of Omens giving us... Oh, I saw something at the bottom there. I thought maybe that might have been the thing. Alright, so what if I... Can I move? Does the hero move? Oh, the hero does move. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so we're going to do something like that. We'll try that out. We'll see. So front, back, I think is how it works. Like I said, a little bit of experimentation and whatnot. She should have some spells already, too. Do we have a mage guild here? I guess the Order of Nature is the Mage Guild? Teaches... Oh, no. The Holy Cathedral is also... Okay. Do I have to go there? That's the guardhouse. What does the Holy Cathedral look like again? I'm sorry. Okay, I see it. Saw it there. Is that this? This is. Okay. Can heal... Does she know it now? I guess? We're gonna assume. I never really figured out how magic worked before, so... I said, we might not even get through, like, 2 full turns, honestly, guys. I do apologize, like I said. There's a bit here for me to really unpack and learn. Alright. We go pick up a backpack. Some unlucky adventurer must have met his fate at the spot because you find his backpack among some bones and torn clothing. The only thing worth taking is a potion of healing. It heals all of the hero's wounds and can cure poison and plague. Okay. Cool. Why can't... Hello? Hello? There we go. Okay, you smash open the treasure chest, but instead of a heap of gold, you find a ring of health. And increases the hero's hit points by 50%. Okay. So she's got some life magic spells and skills and basic heroes. It gives the hero 10 spell points and increases spell point recovery by 2 per day. And it's one of the requirements for advanced life magic. Interesting. Then over here, Ring of Health increases the hero's hit points. That's cool. We have 150 hit points, which actually seems really high. And then if I recall correctly, the stats that we get here, they don't affect our creatures like they do in all of the other HOMM games. I feel like that also was a mistake. I feel like that's kind of an inherent thing, right? As your characters do the things that they do, as your heroes get stronger, yes, in this game they are physically manifested on the battlefield and fight, but as they get stronger, they send that experience down to the troops, making them stronger in turn. And I do not believe that works this way in this game. The troop can act... See, I think everybody's stats are independent of one another. We'll figure it out, guys and gals. Like I said, there's a lot to unpack here. I do have questions. Hopefully folks can answer some of those. But if not, that's okay too. Alright, let's go over here. We're going to hop in here. Guardhouse it is. There's a lot of money we've spent already. Alright. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that. What is this? Here are the creatures you recruited. Wait, did I not build it? Oh, I didn't. No, I hit the X. I'm sorry. It's my fault. That is the recruit all. Okay, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, I assume that he is going to be a knight, so he's going to be more of a frontline dude, which is totally okay. I am here for that. So, okay, so front, back. I'm probably backwards again. I don't remember. I'm crazy. It's okay. We'll get it down at some point. Actually, let's go take a peek. Like, he was totally wrong. So yeah, he needed to swap with him, and he needed to swap with him. Okay, so front, back, front, back. Yeah, all right. We're all over it. We're all over it. Front, back, front, whatever. It's fine. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. All right, where are we gonna send him? I don't know what that is. This is Solemn Point. There's no telling when someone or something is going to come. Oh. Intriguing. Alright, let's go over here and get some gold. Let's go see what this thing does. I really have to go all the way around. You know what? Whatever. Let's just do it. Magic well cannot replenish your spell points. Of course, it's a magic well. I could have right-clicked and found that out through context. I chose not to. I'm a fool. We'll go up here and we're going to get that. Alright, we made it through the first turn, guys and gals. It is done. I feel pretty good about myself accomplishing that first turn thing. We're going to keep the gold for ourselves. We're going to go here, and it's a level 1 life shrine. When you touch the shrine of magic, you feel an energy flow quickly into you and out of your body, leaving your knees weak. You realize you must be trained in basic life magic before you can study here. Okay. The Sapphire of Defense. You pick up the Sapphire of Defense and have enough time to wonder about its worth when its power seeps into your skin. All that's left of the gem is a lifeless gray rock. We got +6 to melee defense, I guess. Let's go see about the sword. Someone has slain a wealthy merchant and left him here in the path with a longsword still in his back. Remove the sword and examine the plain weapon. Nothing to indicate who might be responsible, but the sword is still true and strong, so you keep it. As for the murderer, the trail is cold. There's nothing that you can do. +3 to melee attack and defense. Nice. And then some unlucky adventurer must have met his fate, so we got chainmail here, and that's going to be... Here's melee and ranged defense by 8, but it decreases movement by 1 and increases spell casting cost of all spells by 1 spell point. Interesting. And how I feel about the movement being reduced, that's quite interesting, honestly. You know what? It's probably fine. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm probably going to flip back up in here and be like, what's up? And we're going to be trying to pick us up... Can I not do the... Why can't I do the ballista's work? Ballista work. This building has been disabled. Why? The guardhouse. Why is this disabled? What did I do that screwed this thing up? Was it just unavailable from the beginning? Maybe that's what it was. Alright, I guess we're going to go with the Order of Nature. Oh, no, we need the Order of Paladins, right? We're going to go with barracks up here. So we need the Order of Paladins. The Order of Paladins, we don't have enough resources yet, but we'll probably get them this turn. We need a lot more stone. Alright, we had her going for stone, so let's get her on that. You were drawn to this campfire by the smell of wood and smoke, but you find the camp abandoned. How odd! You douse the flames and search the supplies and find 300 gold and 3 gems. Cool! Let's gather this up. Let's gather up that. And let's go and do battle with some wolves. Dozens and dozens of wolves. What could possibly go wrong? So many things. So many things could go wrong. Alright. So she can cast spells, right? Like a bind a wound, potion of healing, spiritual armor. Maybe that's the thing we want to throw out there. I can hit this guy. And I can probably take that guy out. Alright, we didn't lose any of him yet, right? No, he's still hanging. Maybe we lost one. I can't remember. Also, I noticed there seems to be a lack of a combat log. And I don't know why that's a thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bind the wound here. Try to move you up. Step you back. Take a shot at you, put you down. She can't quite reach. She's trying. Then we're going to exchange at the same time. I think that was okay. I don't know that we lost anyone. We might have lost one. Oh, we didn't. Okay, so we defeated 26 wolves. We were victorious. Where is the breakdown for the experience that we gained? So like I said, there seems to be a very big oversight there. So I didn't get to see how much experience I gained for that battle. I didn't get to see... There's no combat log in combat, which seems weird. Do we have an experience? We have experience up here. Yeah. So 286 for that battle. That's really weird, though. I don't know why they decided to go with that. Also, here's another thing that's kind of neat. If you had troops that you didn't want, or that you... Like, maybe you're going to go fight something that some of your troops just can get annihilated from it, and you don't want to lose them. Like, say there's a bunch of ranged people, and you don't want to lose your crossbowmen because they're going to be targeted the whole way. You can actually move them down into the reserves, and they won't take damage. Or, if you had more troops than you can actually field at once, you could have some sitting in reserves, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of a neat little thing. I kind of like that. I think that's cool. Alright, so there we go. Now we have an ore pit under our control. It will provide us with 2 ore per day. Well, that's pretty okay. I like that. I guess I'll peek out this way. I'm not really sure where I'm going to be going or what I'm going to be doing, but get a little bit of exploratory stuff going on there. Alright, we're already in the town, right? So we're going to get the Order of the Paladins up and running. Sells swords, plate mail, and potions of restoration, holy water, healing, mirth, and immortality. We got to get that for the next thing that we need. So we're not actually going to end up with anything great here, unfortunately. Oh, the other thing, the other really, really weird and different thing that I forgot to mention is breaking the tried and true HOMM tradition of all of your towns every single week that you go there. On the first day of the week, we get all of our troops. HOMM 4 decided to go a different route, and every single day, troops will be available to hire. So 3 squires, 2 crossbowmen, and a pikeman have been birthed in this last day. And they are ready to go. So I'm going to hire them all. They're going to go right up here, and it's going to be fine. Like I said, different stuff, bold strides, big steps toward things that are weird, I guess. And we're not going to be able to quite reach that guy. Let's see if we can't move good old Archie over here. Get him done with his last little bit here. As you pass an elaborate coach moving slowly on the path, a silk curtain suddenly swings open to reveal a bejeweled woman. "You poor thing, you look so pitiful," she says haughtily. "Here, take this and lift yourself up from the slums." The rich woman tosses you a purse of gold and closes her curtain. And now we get 250 gold per day when equipped by a hero, which I believe it automatically is. Yep. So, yeah, that was a thing. I mean, it was rude, sure. Oh, peasants can be recruited from here? Why didn't I do that? Well, it doesn't matter now. We're going to go and we're going to fight this group of baddies here. Ooh, harpies. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Them harps coming. Just going to smack me right upside the noggin, huh? Alright. I'm going to leave the 12 for our boy over here. With him. Wow, that was super far away. My goodness. Our peasants are going to come up and be like, "Splash tay." I'm going to smack you too. And the stab seen around the world. So it took a little bit of damage there, but overall not too bad. Two peasant casualties. Again, no experience or anything showing up. Man, I don't like that. Okay, so there we go. 2 ore per day. We're going to gather up some more ore. Get a little bit of fire stuff going on there. 300 gold, 6 wood. Sorry, 6 ore. Not wood. Definitely not wood. There's a gold mine over there. We need to go back this way. And we need to build stuff at our towns as well. I guess it's going to be this town here. And we're going to go here. And we're going to build up the city hall. Ooh, that's expensive. How much does it take to build a barracks? 12. If I go and I build the city hall... we should have enough. But we're not going to be able to build the city hall in the other one. Anyway, I'm going to end the turn, and we're going to end the first episode, guys and gals, after we read this thing. So, let's see here. Weeks later, Lord Lysander departed to retake 4 gold mines that had been seized by the supporters of Wharton. For some time now, a former knight named Normic and a known thief named Kaleen have been in the area. No doubt they are behind the sudden seizure of the mines. It was a smart move on Wharton's part, using people with no connection to himself to get the nobles in this area to divert gold away from my lord's coffers. But still, Sir Wharton's claim to the throne continued to bother me. What if he was the real heir? So I asked Lysander why he was fighting Sir Wharton's rule. "Because I don't believe he is a Griffinheart," Lysander said. "He drew the Griffinheart blade." "Yes," he replied. "That was one piece of evidence he could not dispute. There is something about Wharton that doesn't seem right. For instance, he says that he got the Griffinheart blade from the king's sword-bearer, who brought it here from Arathia. But where is the sword-bearer? If Wharton were truly a Griffinheart, wouldn't he have presented the sword-bearer as evidence too?" "Oh, well, what if you're wrong, my lord?" "I'm not, Milton. I know it. Among all of his attributes, I think I admire Lysander's confidence more than anything." Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this particular episode. It's a wordy and long-winded start, I realize, guys and gals, but hopefully as we play along and we experience the game and we learn the different mechanics, what these different looking buildings do, and all the little minutia that this game has, hopefully we'll like it a little bit more. Like I said, at first glance, it's so contrasted to HOMM 3 that I can see why I was immediately turned off. But I've already learned quite a bit from my live stream, and I'm learning some more here as we go. So hopefully we manage to get through it and we get into a good flow and we start knocking these episodes out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, or any of that wonderful fun stuff, I'll have all the links I can find down below for your viewing pleasure. And don't forget, guys and gals, I am the HOMM guy. Subscribe to the channel, see more HOMM stuff, and tons of other things. And until the very next episode, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.